Hi, I'm Luann Kane, and this is my son, Ryan Kane. He is 8 years old, and he was born in May of 2000. He was born 10 weeks premature, and he ended up having cerebral palsy because of rolling on the cord or something like that. Who really knows exactly what the reason was, but he got an injury, and we were told he'd have cerebral palsy when he was about 3 weeks old in the hospital. And nobody really knew it would be real severe or real mild, but we've been really lucky and very blessed that he is very high functioning. He loves doing many different activities, and he goes to school, and he of course drives a power wheelchair. Brian started therapies when he was about 6 months old with the school district. And when he was ready at about, a year and a half, they brought out a basic wood stander that the school district had. It was real basic and plain and one position only, and wasn't the world's best, but it did because he was so small. When he turned, look at the camera, sweetie. Let's see, want to wave? Want to wave to all the people? No. When he was about 3, when he got out of the Birth to 3 program, then we needed our own stander. So the first stander we got was the Magician IE, I believe it was called, and Ryan was just barely big enough to fit in it. He was a really, really tiny 3-year-old. And luckily that worked, and for insurance purposes it was really good because you could sit to stand. So we had a split level home, and this Magician really helped because we could have something that he could sit in or stand in upstairs or downstairs, wherever we ended up putting it. And the sizing was just fitting perfectly, so we had a lot of time to grow in it. And then when we moved to our new house, we realized he was getting growing up. He was about 6 years old at that point, and he started outgrowing the Magician EI, so we went to a next size up again in the EasyStand, because again, he could either sit or stand, and he still had the tray to work with. He could play and then do his homework. Usually right now at this age, he goes to school. So our main program for the EasyStand is first thing in the morning. He'll go in the stander, watch his cartoons, eat his breakfast. So he gets a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes in the stander for weight bearing before he goes to school every morning. And it's a nice way to combine therapy, TV, and eating all at the same time. You have to try to multitask wherever you can. And he's going into 3rd grade, so there's not as much time anymore to be standing and walking. He's more academics and more academics, so it's very important to be standing in the morning. The nice part, for his health benefits, again, was the weight bearing. Is also getting him upright, so he's more eye level with family members. He was always smiling and happy because, he could see eye to eye. He thought he was, taller, of course. Of course, for any little kid, being taller is pretty cool. It's also giving him a good height to watch TV, so he could look down a little bit more instead of always with his head, elevated up. So that was another health benefit for where the position his head. He can do other things in the standard. Sometimes we have him vacuum, or he'd play stuff in it. We'd bring him outside in it, out to the garage. He could be with everybody, and still, he could interact and still get a standing time in, instead of having to be in a set stander where he couldn't move easily from one point to the next. The wheels really make it handy to move him out to the deck so he can watch Daddy grill, or out to the garage. So it also helps with the social. So he can be part of the family and be at eye level instead of always being in his chair, which, the chair is wonderful, but he's not at eye level. So in the stander, he can be up eye level and seeing things better than what he can otherwise. In the kitchen, the stander's handy. He comes and helps me with breakfast. He likes flipping the pancakes. It's a little bit of a trick, but we can get it done. Or he turns on the coffee pot and can watch a coffee pot in the stander. There's just a lot of neat little things you can do in the stander. It gives him eye level and looking above the cupboards instead of below the cupboards all the time. Some of the other activities that Ryan does, now the stander was one of the first things he did for weight bearing. From there he went to using a walker, and then we got, gait trainers and walkers. From there we got bikes, little a little bitty trike for him, special needs trike. Anything we can do to help strengthen the legs and strengthen his abilities is very important to keep him strong and healthy. The stander is also good for upper body strength and building those muscles in the trunk. Some of the other activities that he's done since then, I mean, everything starts in building blocks from one step to another. So from there, he does swimming. He's been doing horseback riding since he's been little. Now that he's gotten older, he loves doing adaptive skiing, adaptive water skiing. Sled hockey is one of his favorite things. And all that strength and build from all the other activity between standing and walking and bike riding and all the other activities all build together. There you go, and around the kitchen we go. And to your left is Ryan's bedroom, and we widen some of the doorways so he can get through with his wheelchair. Drive on in, Ryan. There you go. He's got a desk over here, which he can do his reading and other activities, math, reading, spelling, all his favorite things, right? Okay, come on out. Okay, come a little more this way. There you go. Out you go. Ryan can independently come out for school in the morning. I can just send him out for school and away he goes. There you go, drive on down. You drive. Pretend that Bill's out there and go catch Bill. And he gets on the bus and they put him in the ramp and away he goes.